Today I'm going to give you 4 actionable and easy steps to start day trading as a complete beginner. So if you're brand new to day trading or just starting to get into it, I'd recommend you watch this entire video and take notes. And as always, you can find the timestamps in the description below. Let's dive right into it. Step number 1 is paper trading. When you're first getting into trading, you shouldn't start off with an account that's using real money because, well, you don't really know what you're doing. The idea is to learn and learn as cheap as possible. If you're using an account funded with tons of real money, you're probably going to lose it all very fast. Trading is incredibly difficult, and thinking you're going to multiply your savings in just a couple of weeks is probably not the right mindset to start in. Instead, think of the beginning stages of trading as tuition. If you use an account where you're using your real money, you're going to be paying your real money to the market in order to learn, just like you would pay to go to college. No education is entirely free. There are millions of people out there who have been studying this for years, and they would love for you to jump into the market with no education whatsoever. However, just by watching this and considering paper trading, you're a step ahead. What paper trading basically is using an account with fake money. Now, you can do everything you would do with a real account, except that the profit or loss doesn't actually affect you. It's just generated fake money by whatever platform you're trading on. Now, once you start to realize that you're doing extremely well paper trading, and maybe your overall profit and loss is positive over the last 50 trades you've taken, that's when you can switch from a paper trading account to a real account. So right now, take out a notepad and write down your target number of trades before switching to a real money account. Now for me, when I'm trying to switch up my strategy, even the slightest of things, I do look for that 50 trade number. I find that to be a large enough sample size to where you're not just getting lucky by making a bunch of successful trades in a row. You want to really know that you have the concept down and that if you switch to real money, it's going to go well for you. So now let me show you how to start paper trading. There are 2 platforms I like to paper trade on. The first one is my go-to charting platform, and it's TradingView. So go ahead and open up a chart in TradingView. I have the chart for the euro to the US dollar open, which is nicknamed the fiber. What you want to do when you have a chart open is right click on settings here, click on the trading tab, and then click on the show buy sell panel. Click OK, and if you go back to your chart, you're going to see this panel. Now you can drag it around to wherever you think fits best for you, but this is what you're going to actually use to buy and sell. Step number 2 is to click on the trading panel at the bottom of the screen. Now if you don't have this, simply clicking on the buy or sell button on that panel you just pulled up will bring up this same screen. Next up, click paper trading. It's the far left option on TradingView, and click connect. Click connect once again, and TradingView has now set up a paper trading account for you. It's really that simple, just a few clicks. Now when you first pull this up, you're going to have an account balance of $100,000. You can click through and see your history of trades, your account summary, your trading journal if you write anything into it, etc. And if you manage to lose all $100,000, you can go into the settings on the right hand side there and just reset your account to whatever balance you want to play with. So now that we have our paper trading account connected, we're just going to minimize this, and we're going to actually enter a trade here live on the euro to the dollar. Now, normally I'd have this all charted out. I draw in some support and resistances, maybe throw in some other technical analysis into this chart to figure out where I wanted to buy, where I wanted to sell. However, just for the sake of this, I'm going to just buy right where our price currently is. In order to do this, I'm simply just going to click the buy button here, and it's going to start opening up in order on the right hand side. Now remember, this is all paper money. You can see it up here once again, paper trading. If you have an actual account connected to TradingView, you can actually link it up right here and trade through TradingView as well. They support a whole bunch of different sites. Now, as you can see from this menu, I can buy or sell. I can set market orders, limit orders, or stop orders. And then you can set take profit and stop loss on TradingView right here. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm just going to make a market order on the USD. I'm going to set a take profit and a stop loss on it. I'm simply going to target 200 pips as my take profit and my stop loss of 50 pips for a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio. And with an account size that's about $100,000, I'm going to be risking $1,000. And their interface makes this super easy. You can see your risk right in here, just $5. And with an $100,000 account, I'm risking about 1%, which is $1,000. So what I'll simply do is type in $1,000 into my risk, and it'll auto adjust the number of units to buy. You could also just type in 1% into the risk here, or for example, if you want to risk 2% of your account, simply change it there. And then all you have to do is click buy here. And once you do that, they'll actually be charted right onto your chart on TradingView. You can see my take profit is all the way up here. My stop loss is right in here. and this blue line is actually where we are right now. There are a couple other really cool features with trading directly on TradingView. For example, let's say this starts running and I want to move my take profit. All you have to do is grab it here and move it upwards. This will actually adjust your position, and you can see it show up on the right hand side. Simply click modify. It'll tell you the new take profit pips, price, the dollar amount you're targeting, percentage, and you can simply click modify and your order is adjusted. You can do the same thing with your stop loss. However, I always recommend you hold your stop loss steady. You set it for a reason, and unless you're bringing it closer to your entry, don't put on more risk once you're into a trade. This is one of my hard rules, and I would highly suggest you adapt the same. There are two other cool things you can do with this. The first is this reverse position button. So we're long on the euro to the dollar right now. We can simply click this button and it'll switch our position to a short. So if I go ahead and click on that, click reverse position, we just closed out our other one and now we're short on the euro. From here, you would set new take profit and stop loss levels and add them into your chart. The last and final thing you can do is close off a position immediately. So you can see this has already run $30 in profit. We're seeing some new resistance and we want to close this off quickly. All you have to do is go over to this X, click close position, and boom, it closes your position right there, sells it for you. So now back into our account, you can see the $100 we just made in our 2 trades. And in our history, you can see everything we did as well. The second platform I like to paper trade on, especially for mobile paper trading, is Webull. This is an app you can get, and without going over the exact same details, it's very similar. You simply sign up, create a paper trading account, and you can trade all sorts of different things directly on the app. Webull is also running a promotion, so if you sign up with my link below, you'll get 2 free stocks right away. These stocks are valued anywhere from $12 up to $1,400, so hopefully you get lucky. Step number 2. Once you have your paper trading account set up, you need to choose a strategy that you're actually going to enter and exit trades based off of. Now there are dozens of different strategies out there, and I've tried basically all of them. Looking on TradingView, if you go into the indicator section, you can actually see all the different indicators you can add to a chart. I've tried anything from exponential moving averages, regular moving averages, RSI, Bollinger Bands, Ichimoku Cloud, Elliot Wave, you name it. I've even tried building out my own indicator, and quite a few of them. However, while I've enjoyed learning all of these different indicators and strategies throughout the past few years, I always fall back to a simple support and resistance strategy when I'm scalping. Now, if you don't know how to draw support and resistance lines, I do have a video on this. I would highly recommend you check that out, and I'll link it in the top right corner right now. Overall, it doesn't really matter which strategy you pick, just stick to it and be consistent. If you find something that works for you, great, use it and run with it. You hear someone else talking about a strategy that works excellent for them, don't be tempted to switch strategies and jump on board with them. I've done this more times than you can count, and I promise you, picking one strategy and sticking with it is the key to success. Once you've chosen your strategy and your paper trading account is set up, it's just about time to get going. But before you do, we need to make sure we're keeping track of everything. That dives us right into step number 3. Start a trading journal. Now, before you skip over this section, I know how tempting it is to not want to document everything you do with trading. It's much easier to just take trades, look at your account balance, and figure it out. You might be thinking, well, if my account goes up, I know I'm doing well. And if it goes down, I know I'm not. Why do I need to document all this information? It's just going to cost me a lot of time that I could be trading or learning other things. And plus, I don't have that much time. I've gone through these exact same thought processes as well, even after being told dozens of times when I started trading to make sure I was documenting everything. And to be honest, the hardest part of documenting is actually creating a journal template. How do you know what to keep track of? What information is super important and what's not? And for that exact reason, I've already created a journal template for you guys. I'll put it in the description below, and all you have to do is open it up and make a copy of it on Google Sheets. From there, every time you enter or exit a trade, it'll take you less than 1 minute to input this information. Now let me show you everything it'll do for you. That might help convince you a little bit. So when you open this up, you're going to see a whole bunch of information pre-templated for you right away, so you can see how you're supposed to be using this. In the top left corner, put the starting date. For you, that'll just be today's date. You're starting right now as you're watching this video. Next, put your starting balance in here. Now, if you're using the paper trading account that you set up on TradingView, just put in that $100,000 that they start you with. Don't touch this current balance field. This will be auto-populated for you. And same with the percent gain and loss. Last step here is to enter the fees that you're going to be spending. Now, if you're just using a paper trading account, feel free to keep these around 0% or even look up fees for the broker that you want to be using. I have this defaulted at just 0.075%, but feel free to change those. Next up, every time you take a trade, you're going to enter a line into this journal just as I have with these 3 examples. So to start off, you're going to want to delete these 3 lines, and then you'll simply enter the next one. Now all you have to do is go across the line here. So let's enter our recent trade that we just took on the euro to the dollar. Going back to TradingView and looking at our history, we entered our first buy on the euro to the dollar on May 5th for 400,000 units. I'll go back here, 5/5/2020. I'll put in the euro to the dollar, our position size, and then flipping back, we can check our entry and our exit. So our entry is simply 1.08372 and our exit 1.10373. Next up, if these last 3 fields don't already pre-populate, all you want to do is copy the formulas in them. So just highlight the 3 rows, paste it to the row below, and you can see our overall profit, our fees, and our percentage gain. Now you'll notice that this profit/loss number is actually quite off, and that's because Forex is a leveraged market. So when you're trading on TradingView, they're giving you 100x leverage with the euro to the dollar. So if you're a Forex trader, all you need to do is actually change your position size, delete the last 2 zeros of it, or divide it by 100, and you'll get the real profit/loss. You can see that it adjusted. I'm using these fee percentages even though TradingView didn't take any, and that was our overall profit and loss. It'll update your current balance for you right away. The next tab of this is just a win-loss chart. So if we go ahead and click on it, it'll track the overall wins and losses we've had in our journal. It'll document them right into a P&L chart just like this. Now over time, this is the kind of thing you want to look for in your win-loss chart, where your wins are much larger than your losses. Even if there are way more losses than wins, if the wins are way larger, you're going to be successful over time. The last tab of this sheet is just a calculator you can play with. So if you go ahead and click on it, I just wanted to show you that slow and steady works best over time. Let the compounding numbers play for you and just shoot for small percentage gains each day. This is exactly what I do with my scalping strategy. So you can change these 3 numbers on the left here and see what would happen to your ending balance. For example, let's say you start with a $10,000 account and you want a 1-year period, 365 days. Gaining just 1% a day, you'll have a $377,000 account by 1 year. Yes, that math is correct. Now if we go ahead and simply change this to 2% gain per day, and yes, you're reading that number correct also. That's $13.7 million after 1 year, with just 2% gained on your account per day. Now, I'm not putting this here to show you that you can get rich quickly or anything like that. Gaining 2% a day on an account is incredibly difficult and practically speaking impossible. The whole purpose of this is to show you that slow and steady does work best. Be patient, stick with your strategy, paper trade until it's working for you, and then switch to a real account. Documenting everything you do and duplicating this for when you switch to a real account, starting over from a fresh spreadsheet. And finally, step number 4, join a free day trading community. Having the support of others, sharing charts with you, exploring trade ideas, and answering your questions is going to be essential to your success. You can try Googling everything you want to know. However, hearing real examples from real people I've found works best. For that reason, I've actually started my own Discord group. It's completely free, and if you want to join, it's in the description below. We share charts with each other across many different asset classes every single day. However, you're free to join any Discord group you want. If you have a friend that's already in one, go ahead and join him. Just make sure you do have that support system working with you. And in general, I would avoid ones that cost money. They're typically a scam, and the people running them are charging you money because, well, they can't make money trading. If they were truly the gurus that they're saying that they are, they wouldn't need to charge people admission to get into their group. And on a similar note, avoid groups that are telling you they're just going to give you signals, or they're telling you they'll just tell you exactly when to enter and exit trades to make you rich. A lot of them will even claim they have 98% success rates or higher. These, I can assure you, are scams as well. Don't trust some random person to tell you when to enter and exit into a trade. You've watched this video because you want to learn, so take it upon yourself to learn it yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something today. And if you did, consider hitting that subscribe button. Your support means a ton to me. Good luck learning, and I'll catch you guys next episode.